From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Rob Westgate. Federal public servants are expected to learn about job cuts in their departments when they return from their holiday break.
Departments like immigration, refugees and citizenship, environment and climate change, and employment and social development have already told their staff news on job cuts will be shared in the new year. Ottawa is looking to cut program spending and administration costs by about $60 billion over the next 5 years. The latest federal budget said the exercise will involve workforce adjustments and attrition to return the size of the public service to what the government calls a more sustainable level. Jason White, The Canadian Press.
The southwestern Ontario town of Welland is sleeping a little easier this morning after the man accused of shooting a police officer and then barricading himself inside a local home was captured. Police say 59-year-old Daniel Tronco was arrested Saturday morning after an overnight standoff had ended. Investigators say that he was wounded during an exchange of gunfire with police the previous day. The police officer who was shot Friday suffered only minor injuries. The latest numbers from Nova Scotia Power this morning show crews are making slight progress in getting the lights back on for thousands of customers. Officials with the utility say there are roughly 1,060 outages still being worked on, affecting roughly 8,500 customers. More than 60,000 were in the dark at the height of the outage after a windstorm whipped through the Atlantic provinces Friday into Saturday. The icy grip of Old Man Winter still holds northern Alberta. Environment Canada is forecasting temperatures as low as minus 45 degrees with a wind chill. The weather agency is also reminding everyone of the importance of covering up when in such extreme conditions, as frostbite can develop within minutes on exposed skin. Meanwhile, an Arctic ridge of high pressure is camped out over much of Yukon as well. It is expected to drag temperatures there down to dangerous lows, especially when the wind chill is factored in. Environment Canada calling for a multi-day episode of extreme cold with temperatures feeling like minus 55 degrees. In the territorial capital of Whitehorse, things may feel a little bit better, with a low reaching just minus 45. Now, out on the international stage, officials in Johannesburg, South Africa say 9 people have been killed and at least 10 others wounded after a group of gunmen carried out a shooting at a local pub. The incident occurred just before 1 o'clock Sunday morning in a small town some 46 kilometers outside the nation's capital. There's now an active manhunt for the suspects. It is the second mass shooting to happen in South Africa in 3 weeks. And finally, U.S. forces have captured another oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela. It's the second such seizure in less than 2 weeks, coming as part of U.S. President Donald Trump's continuing efforts to ramp up pressure on Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, starting the update with the NHL, where Michael Backlund scored twice to spur the Calgary Flames to a 6-3 win over the visiting Vegas Golden Knights. Meanwhile, Jacob Fowler made 31 saves for his first shutout in his 4th career start as the Montreal Canadiens rolled over the slumping Pittsburgh Penguins 4-0. Liam Ogren was the only one to score in a 7-round shootout as the Vancouver Canucks beat the Boston Bruins 5-4 for their 4th straight victory. Luke Evangelista broke a tie at 9 minutes and 18 seconds of the third period to help the Nashville Predators beat the Toronto Maple Leafs 5-4. The Minnesota Wild dispatched the Edmonton Oilers 5-2, and the Ottawa Senators topped the Chicago Blackhawks 6-4. Now in NBA action, Peyton Pritchard had a double-double with 33 points and 10 assists as the undermanned Boston Celtics managed to top the Toronto Raptors 112-96. And finally in the NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles have won their second straight NFC East title with a 29-18 victory over the Washington Commanders. From the Canadian Press, I'm Rob Westgate.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.